Hello everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 2015 Toyota Auris Hybrid. And today's review is taking place at Kelly's Toyota, situated in Letterkenny, County Donegal. For all contact information in regards to this dealership, please see the description box below. So in today's review, we'll be looking at the interior of the car. I'll explain how all the features work, also start it up, look at the engine, go over the performance data, and take a look around the exterior. So, first off, we'll get started with the interior. This particular hybrid Auris is the high-spec Sol. Got your 4 electric windows, as well as this very nice black piano glass veneer finish located on the door handles. Manual adjusting driver's seat. And also it's got one electrical adjustment here just for the main backrest. So located off to the right hand side of the dash is the power button. Press it once to turn on the power, and just apply the foot brake and hold it in to power the vehicle on. So the car is now powered on and it's just running off the electric motor. If I want to power on the engine, you can do this a couple of ways. One way is just to press power mode located down here, and then press the accelerator. And there's the petrol engine fired up. Now after a short while, when the car isn't moving around, the petrol engine will shut off and the car will just go back to the electric motor. So this Auris has 283 kilometers on the clock so far. You got your main trip computer controls located off to the right here. So you got this button here, trip, which can go through the odometer, trip computer A and B. And then you got your return button here, as well as these other controls which can navigate through various menus, as you can see here. So when you have the radio on, you can go through the stations from here and any alert messages that display on the car, and you can also go through your settings and your languages and so on. As you can hear there, the engine just powered off, so now the car is sitting on the electric motor. Located at the bottom of the screen, you can see EV came up. Sorry, the camera's not focusing very well. I'll just show you what that's all about. Down here in the center console, you got your 3 main buttons that you find in hybrid cars. So EV mode is full electric mode. Economy mode, when you're driving along, the car will differentiate between using only the electric motor and the petrol engine to make it as economical as possible. For instance, if you're just driving through a town or a city in slow moving traffic, the car will run off the electric motor. But when you get into the open road, it will use the petrol engine. And then power mode is just the petrol engine full time. So at the moment now the car is sitting on the electric motor. And also this car has cruise control located just at the bottom right. And off to the left you got your standard radio controls and voice command and Bluetooth controls for the phone when you have a Bluetooth to the media system. It also has a 3-spoke leather wrap multifunction steering wheel with electronic rack and pinion power assist. Very nice feedback, and it's also got a manual rake and reach steering rack. It also has automatic headlights, as well as automatic rain sensing windshield wipers and an auto dimming interior mirror. So if you guys already see my review on the brand new RAV4 and Avensis, you'll see that I've already introduced the Toyota Touch2 multimedia system. So in the high-spec Sol Auris, it's the exact same as on those other cars, except all the buttons and dials that you normally find off to the sides here are completely touchscreen, as you can see. But we'll go through it again anyway. So if it's just powered on, you can adjust the volume from here. Although personally, I think I prefer using the steering wheel mounted controls. I'm still not a big fan of head units that are completely touchscreen because it just takes a little bit of getting used to. But it's not too bad, you know, you get used to it in no time, I guess. It's just with the volume control here, as you can see, if you don't press it in the right way, it might not adjust for you, so I just prefer to use the steering wheel mounted controls. But anyway, you got all your basic controls here. For example, you got your 2 pages for your radio stations. You can select between your media here, your favorite list, your manual tuning, and your settings. If we go into setup, you got all your general settings, display, audio, and Bluetooth settings. And on the next page, you got your general vehicle settings. If we go into vehicle customization, you can set up settings for your door locks, climate control, and light settings. If we click car down here, this is basically your trip computer. Shows you your range, your average consumption, basically everything you could want to know, and even the state of the batteries at the moment. Media, I was just explaining this earlier, that's just your radio stations as well as your AM, FM, auxiliary and Bluetooth settings, CD, iPod and USB. And then you got these arrows here for manual tuning of radio stations. Satellite navigation is also an optional extra, which has not been fitted to this particular car. And when you have your phone Bluetoothed, you can operate it from here. You can check your emails, and you can go to Toyota online if you need any additional help. So coming down below that, you've got your climate control. Very nice and easy to use. When you press it, actually, the engine starts up, because I believe you do need the petrol engine to operate the climate control. And also you can adjust your temperature and so on. All nicely displayed. And we can just power it off from here. And as you can hear, the engine just shuts itself down when it doesn't need to use the fan. And also located down here, you've got your auxiliary and USB plug-ins, your heated and cooled seats for the driver and passenger sides. You got the traction control as well as your parking brake. And you also got the 12-volt power outlet. So like with all hybrid cars, you get the CVT automatic gearbox. So just put your foot on the brake and then over to the right and up to engage reverse. And the backup camera comes on. And then over to the right and down for drive. And then to put it in park, just press the P. And it's just got a standard manual handbrake lever. You also got 2 integrated cup holders here. And it's also got this center mounted armrest. It's got 2 storage areas, a small one here and a larger one underneath. Nicely padded, and it's also got this removable ashtray. It's also got very nice seats as well, good amount of side upholstering, very comfortable, and a nice pattern in the center as well. So let's go ahead and check out the back seats. So in the back, legroom is only okay. If I'm honest, I was expecting more. I've actually moved the driver's seat forward from where I was sitting, and even so, you know, there's only a little bit of legroom, and headroom is alright as well. If I'm honest, it's kind of low in here. It's also got a very small rear window. This was the first impression I had when I first sat on the Auris during its launch date. I thought there could be a bit more room in the back. Legroom and headroom feels a little scarce. And also one complaint that a lot of people have had about the new Auris is, as you can see, that rear window is pretty small. It also has a center mounted armrest with 2 integrated cup holders. The seats themselves are very comfortable. I'm sure you'll be alright back here on a long enough journey, but if I'm honest, I was just expecting that a little bit more room. So we'll just put on the vehicle's power. We'll also put on the headlights, front and rear fog lamps, as well as the hazards. And all 4 windows are fully automatic. And we'll go ahead and check out the exterior. This particular Auris is finished in Barcelona red, and it has the automatic bi-xenon projected headlamps with LED running daylights as standard. And this particular model also features very uniquely designed 17-inch alloy wheels. Now, the second generation of the Auris came out in 2012, but as you can see, this model here is the 2015 update. So a lot of the changes include different wheels, different bumpers, different headlights and taillights, as well as a couple of changes to the interior, such as the brand new Toyota Touch 2 multimedia system that I was demonstrating earlier. The revised styling for the 2015 model looks really nice. The car looks even sportier and aggressive than before, and it's got much sharper angles. For example, it's got these very nicely designed dark tinted LED taillights, which are very similar to what you would find in a modern day Lexus. And it's also got 3 individual LEDs for the rear fog lamp. Now I should mention this car was also sold as the Scion IM in North America, but because Scion has now been discontinued, it will be sold as a Toyota. So looking towards the boot, we can see it actually has a rear backup camera, and inside it's got a pretty decent sized boot itself. So it's very similar in size to what you get in a Kia Ceed or a Golf or any other car in the same price range as this. It can accommodate up to 360 litres of room, and also you can fold down the rear seats in a split 60-40 just by pulling the handle up near the headrest. With the seats folded down, there's quite a lot more cargo space, there's no inconvenient dips or ledges left behind, and the seats go down completely flat. The overall length for the second generation Auris is 168 inches. It has a width of 69 inches and a height of 57 inches. The overall wheelbase is 102 inches. This car is still being sold in Australia and New Zealand under the Corolla name, and there's quite a good variety of trim levels to choose from. For example, there's 3 different trim levels for the hybrid models, starting off with the Aura, then there's the Luna and high spec Sol that we have here. And then for non-hybrid models, it starts off with the entry level Terra, and then there's the Aura, Luna and Sol once again. Bonnet release. The engine is a 1.8 litre VVTi petrol combined with Toyota's hybrid Synergy drive electric motor. Altogether it puts out 134 brake horsepower with a top speed of 112 miles per hour. It also produces 105 foot-pounds of torque, and Toyota claimed this car can get about 80 miles to the gallon. So we're just going to finish up the review now. Overall, I think the Toyota Auris is a very good car. I think it looks very nice on the outside, it looks very nice on the inside, and it's very well equipped. I do have a few complaints though. As I said when I was in the back seat earlier, I do think there could be more legroom and headroom offered, because to give you guys an example, when I was sitting back there earlier, I had the seat moved forward, so it wasn't in my driving position. And at that point I still felt a little cooped up in there. At the moment I have the seat in my driving position, and if you were to sit right behind me you wouldn't have a lot of legroom. And also, as you can probably see clear from the front of the car, that rear window is quite small. That's one of the main complaints I've seen from other automotive reviewers. I suppose you could argue you got a reversing camera, but in saying that, I'd still wish the rear window was a bit bigger. And my final complaint is, as I said earlier, this is the high-spec luxury Sol, so this has everything on it. But even so, Toyota are still charging you extra money for sat-nav. Now, with most manufacturers, the top-spec car comes with sat-nav as standard. As a matter of fact, some vehicles these days, even mid-range spec ones, come with sat-nav as standard. So I don't understand really why Toyota are insisting on charging you extra for something that should be standard on the high-spec luxury model. But anyway, apart from those little complaints, it's a very good car. It's a very nice looking car, and it's got, you know, very good equipment, as I was saying earlier. So we're just going to shut it down now. And there is a lot of variety to choose from: petrol, diesel. You got everything from your base model Aura all the way up to your Luna and your Sol. I think I might skip one in between there. But anyway, as usual, I'm going to have all the pricing and specifications and whatnot listed in the description box below. And also, I really like it in this particular red it's been finished in. It's got very nice wheels as well, so it's quite a funky, cool looking car from the outside. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this fun day tour of the all-new 2015 Toyota Auris Hybrid Sol. Please remember to rate, comment and subscribe. Please stay tuned, and find more videos to come. Thanks for watching everyone.